Well, to give you some idea of the scale of what we're dealing with, a recent survey at the ADMA Global Forum revealed that 74% of respondents rated their organization's data as not good quality. 11% went even further and said that data accuracy was a major problem. Of course, we know that customer data is not just a nebulous mass of information. It is a precious insight into what makes each individual unique. So accuracy is absolutely critical. Simply spelling a name wrong can risk a whole relationship. The problem today is that customer data is changing so rapidly. For instance, in B2C, people update their social status and preferences on a daily basis, and in B2B, people are changing job roles on average every 26 months. So the accuracy of data is constantly under assault. Now, many businesses are committing to things like insights and analytics as a big part of their strategy. But you know the old adage, garbage in, garbage out. I would suggest there's a lot more bottom line results to be gained by changing priorities and investing more into data accuracy. And finally, in our experience, we've seen larger campaigns where data quality improvements have yielded hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings and benefits. Well, there's certainly no silver bullet, but yes, there's plenty of scope to attack the problem. Let's talk fundamentals first. Step 1 is to look at your internal process and policies for managing data. In other words, treat the causes of the problem and not just the symptoms. This includes structural issues like having marketing and IT sit together to build a coherent data management plan. Once this structure is in place, then you can look at tactical tools for incremental improvement. These days, there's a deluge of data flowing into a business, but often a lack of capability to structure and stitch that data together so it's accurate and meaningful. Data capture technology is one tool that can eliminate inconsistencies of coming data from different sources. And then you can get really clever with purpose-built solutions that can clean data on the fly while running campaigns for that purpose. Now, all this can be a complex exercise, so it can be helpful to have an external specialist partner that can help streamline the process. This is where we get down to the nitty-gritty of building data accuracy at the coalface. We can start with channel-specific tools. These are tools that are purpose-built for a particular channel, whether it be web, email, phone, mail, social media, or mobile. These can equip the business with a scope and finesse to impact accuracy levels. These channel-specific tools can then be enhanced using cross-pollination matching techniques that add yet another layer of quality control. These techniques overlay patterns within your own data to ensure customer information such as email addresses are as high quality and standardized as possible. Now, many marketers also find derived scores to be a useful tool for segmenting and targeting. Now, it is true to say they have a role to play, but it is a technique that must be used carefully. Gaps in data are filled by deriving can cause accuracy issues, so a healthy level of degree of caution is important. Finally, data aggregators have a role to play too. When integrated with the other tools I've mentioned, aggregators can provide a further level of accuracy screening. Well, yes, big data for one creates big opportunities but equally big accuracy risks. There's some notable slip-ups by large corporates who have overreached with their reliance on automated data management. The results can be very disruptive to client relationships, and therefore will always be a need for a certain degree of human intervention. Now, there's a surge of rich data that can be captured on customers. This demands that marketers use greater discretion on how that data is interpreted and used. You can easily cross the line and end up appearing like Big Brother in your customer interactions. It's also true to say that the depth of information collected creates a greater risk of inaccuracy. Small errors can be highly visible when it relates to highly personal information. Now, how data is interpreted and the way it is transformed is a real challenge. You can have sophisticated data collection from cookies to IP addresses or from mobile data such as location, time, and app usage, but how reliable is the end result you're interpreting from this data? The bottom line will always be how a customer perceives your messaging to them. Are you identifying them and their preferences accurately? Are you using information sensitively? Will they perceive greater value in the relationship? Well, there's a very direct relationship. Accuracy of information is there in black and white in the national privacy principles. Therefore, we need to keep things simple. The rule of thumb I recommend is to apply the simple test of whether your actions will protect the interests of the customer. Make that your primary filter, and the majority of privacy issues will be eliminated. As marketers, we can become overwhelmed by the inundation of data that pours into the organisation. Also, the opportunities we have to exploit the data with powerful technology. It's easy to become distracted and lose focus on the issue of privacy. Also, the sheer breadth and variety of channels that we have to deal with can also create complications for complying with obligations. Every channel has its own rules, so the information needed to manage privacy can become blurred. Therefore, we need to seek smarter answers to streamline how we manage this issue. To that end, I can see preference centres playing a much more prominent role in the year ahead.